One of the worst performers on the Dow, which is now down about 2.5%, is Goldman Sachs. Charlie Gasparino on that and this crazy market day.
I know. We'll get into the markets in a minute, but just a little update on Lloyd Blankfein, the CEO's of Goldman Sachs, longtime CEO, the guy that brought Goldman back from the brink of disaster in 2008. He's widely credited with that. There was a story in the Wall Street Journal that he's likely to leave at the end of the year, and they have a succession plans right now. David Solomon's going to be his replacement. We're getting kind of a different feel from people inside Goldman. And this is what they say. I'm not saying the journal is wrong, but they're saying that it's a good chance that Blankfein is going to stay through 2019 at the company. Now, he'd be close to 65 years old in 2019, which makes a lot of sense. And this is the way the rationale might work for Blankfein and him staying through the end of next year. And next year is an important year for him, and I'll tell you why in a minute. He may give up the chairmanship of Goldman, may give the CEO job to David Solomon this year. But then stay next year as a chairman. And why is 2019 a big thing for Lloyd Blankfein? Well, that's Goldman's 150-year anniversary.
Goldman is now climbing in the wake of what you just said.
I know, it's pretty amazing. But well, there's a reason for that. He was a good CEO.
He is a good CEO.
He is a good CEO. He's still the CEO, we should point out. But so he may stay with the company as chairman through next year, may relinquish the CEO job. There's a possibility that they do it in stages. But from what I understand, he wants to stay. This is a big thing for him. Goldman's 150-year anniversary. And, you know, I don't think the company is just going to blow him out just for nothing. You know, I mean, see, this is a guy that if it wasn't for Blankfein, and I would say to some extent Gary Cohn, who were at the helm at that point in 2008, this company might not be around right now.
Look at this. We're now 200 points off the lows of the
because
session.
Of me?
It's all because of you.
We should I just wanted to say one more thing. Goldman Sachs spokesman had no comments. So just so we know.
On that.
But I got it from sources close to the firm, at the firm, however you want to put it.
Okay. We're still down 588 points. This is all trade, isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
So remember, it was Sunday night that the Chinese came out.
I think there's a little sprinkling of Powell here, too. I think Powell indicated
Jerome Powell,
the Fed chair, indicated some. I mean, that's what traders told me today because I did a channel check. I noticed that the stocks started trading off. Like it was like they added another 200, 150 to the downdraft after he spoke, and I think there were some indications of more rate hikes. You know, still in the.
Well, here's what he said: growth is picking up. That's from Yellen.
Right.
Steady income rising. Household wealth is improving.
Right.
Yellen. Only moderate wage growth. Yellen said that. Gradual and patient moves on interest rates. He said nothing about four for the year hikes or even 5.
Did he say 3?
I didn't listen to the whole thing, but he said, you know, be very patient, be very gradual. Those are Janet Yellen's
I know.
words.
From what the traders.
He didn't say anything about LIBOR, which has become a problem. By the way, LIBOR is that overnight interest rate that banks charge each other.
For some reason,
spiking.
Can we see Goldman Sachs?
That's a worry.
Is the market coming back on me? Am I like Midas touch?
It's all you, darling. He's a legend in his own mind. Where's Carly Simon when you need her?
You know. Most of this is trade, and Goldman is spiking a little. That's so bizarre. But a lot of this is, I think, trade related. I think Jeff Flock did a great report earlier today. He basically showed the sort of real impact of what a trade war would be for U.S. farmers, and he showed a bunch of hogs, pigs running around, and a farmer saying, we import a lot of this stuff to China, and they're already squeezing us. Unless Trump really believes that tariffs make pork great again or something like that. This is not good economics. And
so one of the things that the Chinese said they're going to add another 25% tariff onto would be U.S. cars being imported to China. There are already tariffs that would equal 50% on a U.S. car coming into China. Wait, now the president apparently is considering helping the U.S. Auto industry by forcing, this is so ironic, by forcing environmental rules on imports that are coming from foreign countries on cars. Well, he's relaxing them. His EPA and the embattled Scott Pruitt
everybody else
is relaxing them on the U.S. cars, but now wants to say, hey, you've got to be environmentally protective on foreign cars.
This is a slippery slope. Let's delineate here. The Chinese do some bad stuff. We shouldn't trust them. They want to win an economic war with us. We get that. We should take measures.
They steal our
They
ideas.
steal our stuff. And by the way, we play rough with other places too over the years. I mean, we're not we're not a charity here. Okay, so let's be real clear here. But we're here, and we have to guard against that. But Liz, two CEOs, I reported this earlier today. I'm not going to say who they are. You will know who they are when I tell you off camera. They're major CEOs. Went to Trump and said this. They said, listen, tit-for-tat trade wars never win. Tariffs are bad. This could escalate if it actually happens. Remember, they're just
establishment. They're old school guys. Yeah. They've never made it. That's what President Trump would say.
Yeah, but they're richer than he is. No offense. They are. I know this. Okay. And they run major companies. He's never really run a major company. What they're saying is this. He hasn't. Trump Organization isn't a major company. What they're saying is this. You go for a tit-for-tat trade war, you're going to lose. Do a comprehensive trade agenda where we go after them, and it doesn't look like we're going. It's just like an unthought-out plan where it's they do one, we do one, they hit us, we hit them back. It's not. This isn't like The Godfather where they take one of ours, we take one of them.
Well,
and that never ends well. They said. And by the way, you know what? He didn't listen to him. He was like, no, this is the way I'm going to negotiate.